What's up, horror fans? Danny again from the LaserCast, and I'm bringing you a second John Carpenter spotlight video. The first video that we put up was just a few minutes of John on the stage with the moderator doing kind of a back and forth about his career and his filmography. The man does not like to be annoyed. He does not like to be asked about his own movies. I wish I would have gotten up to ask a question during this Q&A, because I would have asked him about video games and the Lakers and basketball, which is what I've been told. If you get a chance to talk to John Carpenter and you want him to enjoy the conversation, don't talk about his movies. That being said, he was incredible for nearly 30 minutes of his spotlight panel. He put the spotlight on us, the fans, over 700 people in the room at the Javits Center to hear him, and he turned it over to us and did basically 30 minutes of Q&A with us, and it was awesome. If you're at New York Comic Con this weekend, he will be signing autographs in Hall 1A downstairs. He'll be, you could sign up for photo ops with him as well. The Storm King Comics booth is really awesome, and it's up on the show floor. They have one of the life-size puppets that was used in the Mouth of Madness. They have tons of awesome comics where you can buy signed copies of the comics from both John and his wife Sandy King Carpenter, who runs the comic line. So again, this is about 15 minutes of that Q&A that I just recorded in that room. And one thing you'll notice in this Q&A is how many times you hear the audience laugh. Yes, John Carpenter does come across very ornery, but it's with charm. It is with a flair for humor. And he admits to being a cynic. And, you know, this is a guy who for 40 plus years has dealt in this studio system and hated a lot of the time that he spent there, which is why he hasn't been, you know, making the movies that he's been making. But he has been working non-stop, and people talk to him about the movies they love, but also the music that he's done, and whether or not he's going to tour again with his son and with his godson, and whether they're going to make more music. And just a really awesome experience to be in that hall with fans lining up to ask one of our heroes questions. So enjoy this video, enjoy the Q&A, and stay tuned for more New York Comic Con footage from the LaserCast. We have reviews of the Strangers trilogy panel. There's a new Strangers trilogy coming in 2024. There is a new episode of Chucky next Wednesday that we got an advanced screening of last night, and my review of that is up on the channel. So go ahead, enjoy, and like our channel, give us a subscribe, and we will talk to you very soon.
So, yeah, Kurt Russell or like peanut butter and jelly just works every time. But that was probably one of your few romance sci-fi movies. And
the only one.
Yeah, I think it was the only one, yeah. And like, did you feel intimidated, you know, being from a horror or sci-fi background, to tackle like romance in that particular?
I know, I felt the opposite. It was a chance that the head of the company gave me. And I realized I'm not going to ever get the chance to do a romantic comedy. Not like this. So I just took it and didn't look back.
Thank you. It was such a good movie.
Thank you.
We've got a question over here. Question over here? Yes?
Hi there. To start, I grew up in Connecticut. New England is terrifying, I assure you, especially the drive through Massachusetts. So with the Thing, was that an allegory? If it was, and not you don't have to get a long one, but was it like Cold War or something like that, The Thing?
No, it was really about people not trusting each other in the world, which is true. Nobody trusts anybody. But it was a story I had to tell, somebody else's story, it wasn't mine. Done a Joe W. Campbell wrote it. And we tried to follow his novel, and it really would mean the end of the world. it perfectly, never, that's it. It's all done.
So which one lived? Which one?
Now, that's one thing I cannot say. I know the answer to that, but I can't tell you.
All right, we've got a Count Crowley over here, right?
Yes. Hi, my name's Jared.
How you doing, man?
Great. It's nice to meet you, John. Very much like humor, the things that scare us can be generational and can change over time. What to you are the fundamentals of making good, timeless horror?
Well, the first thing is a story, and the second thing is a story, and the third thing is a great story. Forget the final girl, forget jump scares, don't believe any of that shit. It's just a great story that compels you with great characters. That's what it is.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oh, so sorry. It's very hard to see with these lights, but yes, over here.
I know that over the last few years you've been working way more in music than in film. And is that because you have more control over it instead of I know that you had less than positive experiences with the last few studio films?
Well, to be frank with you, making music is a whole lot less stressful than making movies. Music is the greatest art form because it just comes out. You don't have to explain it to anybody. There it is. Listen, here it is. People can hear it. It just takes over. Whereas making a movie is really a lot of bullshit. I have to be honest with you. And I had to quit directing for a while. There's just so much pressure. And man, it just kills you after a while. It does. So I'm happy now. That's all it is.
Good afternoon, Mr. Carpenter.
Hey dude, what's up?
Now, this question relates to your other, The Thing as well. When it came out, it was ripped apart by critics and a box office bomb. How does it feel knowing that now you're in a room surrounded by people, which has gained a following of people who consider it a classic now versus what happened about 40 years ago?
4 years ago? Dude, that was a long time ago. That came out in the 80s, so that's been a while. Well, gee, what's it like? It's better now. This is nice. Yeah, it was unbelievable at the time. I just wasn't prepared for it. I was too stupid to realize what might happen. It did happen. But it's okay now. It's all
You're vindicated.
Anybody else? Is that it?
Oh, we have so many people. Starting over here.
Hey John, how are you?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay, hi.
I have a question about They Live.
Yeah.
How do you feel about becoming a documentary these last few years?
Well, it was starting to be true back then. The Reagan Revolution, I know you guys are all Reaganites, so I'm sorry. It made me so mad because everything in my generation just was ignored at that time. And there was something else in the culture that really pissed me off. Let me tell you. So I made They Live, and it feels, all this stuff feels really good. Can I tell you that? All this stuff, all the movies blooming late, that's fine. I love it. And the thing being appreciated, love it. So thank you for saying that.
What would you do differently if you made it today? Sorry? What would you do differently if you made that film today?
Nothing.
being up close and personal. So I've always admired you. So
Thank you. Pretty disappointing up close.
Have you seen this movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once? I hear one of your friends won an Oscar lately.
I know about it, yeah.
What do you think of it?
I haven't seen the whole thing. I really haven't. Yeah, I can't talk about it. But Jamie Lee got an Oscar, huh? Okay, baby.
and over here in the hat.
Hey, John.
Hey, man.
Hey, love your music and Lost Theme albums you put out recently. Do you have any plans to tour again?
Yeah.
Is there a difference? Do you find it easier to compose things now that like synthesizers have evolved so much? And you have all this digital production compared to like when you were composing like Halloween?
Yeah, well, you know, the sounds have just got so much better now. And it's a much more sophisticated form. But back when I was scoring Halloween, we had tube synths that you had to tune up. They didn't sound great, but that's what I had. So it's a lot better now. A whole lot better.
Thanks.
You got it?
Over here.
Hi John, Big Trouble's been my favorite film since I was 10, so thank you so much for that. I wanted to ask you, in the last few years, you know, the board games made of some of your properties, they made Big Trouble. Have you had any involvement in them? Have you played any of them? Because they are really translated well to like hidden rules stuff. Have you had any involvement?
Do I pay them?
No, have you actually played them? Or
Do you have any involvement in the games?
What?
Any involvement in the games? Any like production help or anything like that? So like some of your movies that have been made in like board games and stuff like that, or video games. Do you have any involvement in that, or have you played in that?
It depends on whether I originated. So Universal Pictures owns the thing. I know.
It's a great game.
They steal all the money. I mean, they.
Over here.
Thanks for coming out, John. My question is, in The Thing, you do a lot of practical effects and like the whole scene with the dogs and the band. Is there any actual like struggles that happen during shooting for The Thing where something went wrong with the practical effects that would be
Every day. That's the hardest thing to do, is that rubber, to make it look like it's alive. You know, it's just a bunch of rubber sitting on the floor. It doesn't do anything by itself. We have to fuck around with it. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard work. A lot of artists went into that. I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of that monster.
Rob Bobbitt? Rob Bobbitt?
No, that's Lorena Bobbitt. Rob Moteen. I'm sorry, Rob Moteen.
Over here.
Yeah, to tag up on that following question on The Thing, the remake of The Thing, they all use special effects, computer effects, but your original practical effects with the head popping off with the eyeballs and the stalks coming out just scares the hell out of me today. So when you see the new stuff like, oh, we're going to use a mocap soon and green screen and post-production and blah, 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 but you did it there in the cold.
Yeah, we didn't have that ability back then. So, you know, look, computer technology is just a tool. Depends on how you use it. If you make your movie better, it's great. It doesn't matter how it's done. It's just whether it works. That's the way I look at it.
Next slide.
Moving over here.
Hello, John.
Hi there, darling.
So I know that you compose a lot of music for your films. So when you compose your music, do you come up with the scene first, or do you have like a sound in mind when you're shooting that particular scene?
Well, the music all began out of self-defense. When you're a student filmmaker, you have no money. So I would start doing music just to defend myself against having nothing. And this music that you hear that I've done is real simple because I don't have great chops. My son does, but I don't. So. What was the question again?
Do you come up with, like when you're filming a scene, do you have the music already in mind?
No,
or is it already composed?
it's all practical. What I mean by that is, let's take a look at the movie. The movie's cut together. Here's the first scene. What does it require? The composer's job is to enhance the story, the characters, the mood, the thematic material. That's my job as a composer. And that's what we get into.
Sorry, so like when you see a tense scene in your mind, you're like, got to write tense music. So it's just,
I hope so.
Yeah. Also, real quick, I think everybody in this room agrees that John Carpenter has musical chops.
Playing a line, I'm not that good. I'm just not. I have to simplify it. But if it's simple enough, I can play it.
I think that simplicity is like with the Halloween theme. That's what works about it. It's like it's that perfect it's all I needed. All I needed.
We all love John Cage.
And it's simply as I got it.
Am I hearing another voice?
Oh, that's
Am I crazy now?
we all appreciate like John Cage's music.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, John Cage music is very simplistic and
John Cage. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar.
John Cage?
the 4 minutes.
I'm not hearing this.
Like sort of atonal music?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so like pared down kind of atonal. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about it?
No, it's
Just that it's got that same simplistic kind of like perfection. It's exactly what it needs to be. Not overly complicated. Over here.
Hi, so this is a bit of a different topic. I know you're a video game fan. What are you playing right now?
Right at this moment, I've been playing for a long time this Fallout game, Fallout 76. I liked it when it came out. I think it's fabulous. I love playing it. I'm trying out the Assassin's Creed game, so I'm not seeing the special about it. I'm gonna let it come, give it a shot. And I can't think of what else. Whatever I pick up. I love the Borderlands game.
Love your work.
Thank you.
Over here.
Considering how almost every movie of Halloween's been the Michael Myers show, but Season of the Witch was something completely different. Ever since then, have you ever considered bringing Halloween or creating your own anthology series, like how that was going to be?
Well, the audience didn't like Halloween 3. They didn't like it, you know. And all the investors in the movie ran and hid. They don't like it. The audience said, "Where's Michael Myers? And why doesn't he have his knife out?" So,
And if I may recommend a game, Fear and Hunger.
Which one?
Fear and Hunger.
Check it out. Hey.
Hello, John Carpenter.
How are you?
I just want to say you're one of my favorite composers, and I love the music for Halloween and Firestarter. I just want to say, for myself, I want to be a film composer.
Good.
So I just want to know, where do I begin?
Wow. Well, do you compose your music down? Do you play?
Yeah, I made little melodies for myself.
You see, that's the thing. I want you to start turning them out. Compose something, finish it, and move on to the next. It's not precious to you. It's just you want to work, you want to express yourself through music. And keep going. Keep going. And I expect big things. I expect to be invited to your first concert.